Good afternoon, everyone. Gareth Presch, founder of and CEO of the World Health Innovation Summit. I am delighted to welcome you to episode 6 of the Health Innovators Show. I'm delighted to welcome Dr. Andre De Simone, who's in Los Angeles, is it, at the moment, in California?
Los Angeles.
And very excited to learn more about MammoGRIP. Dr. Simone, just over to yourself for a short introduction.
Thanks. My name is Andre De Simone. I'm a surgeon, but for 10 years, I'm involved in medical technology. I'm the CEO of BioFlex USA. We just established a company called Elitech USA. That's a sister company devoted to AI in medtech. And we combine technology in order to improve people's lives.
Fantastic. And maybe a little bit of background about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a GI surgeon. I did bariatric procedures during a very long time in my life. I'm getting older when I think about my path. Now I run my medical technology companies. We've been working with medical technology since the concept, going through the development process, regulatory process, and even hitting the market. So that's what we do.
Fantastic. That leads us very nicely into our topics. We have about 7 topics to cover today. First one, personal journey and inspiration. What inspired you to pursue a career in innovation, particularly in the health sector? And then also, can you share a defining moment in your journey that kind of solidified the commitment to MammoGRIP?
Yeah, of course. As I said, I'm a surgeon, and I'm involved during this journey, with this process of challenging environments, right? Even before finding success in my private practice as a doctor, as a young guy, I worked with some hospitals, in the rural area, where you can tell, we lack a lot of access to the latest technology, I would say. So I often had to be creative, resourceful, develop myself solutions, almost like medicine during wartime. So this condition would say ignited a passion for innovation. It was natural, where when I felt, this urgency to create something practical and even, life-saving solutions. I remember once when I had to create, because I had this young boy, that was shot. I was the only surgeon, in this hospital, and I didn't have the proper tube, and I have to create myself the T tube, in order to do the reconstruction of the airway. So definitely, develop these rudimentary tools, to improve patient care back in the day. Definitely laid the groundwork for my drive to bring revolutionary technology to the sector. And this industry, has always fascinated me, because we all know it causes direct impact on human lives. So every innovation that can improve diagnostics, treatments, or patient experience has the potential to change outcomes. That's I've been learning this, every single day in my life. So that's why my work today focuses on creating medical technology that advance patient care, like MammoGRIP that you just mentioned, a tool I believe that will dramatically improve breast cancer screening, and survival rates for sure.
Well, that was actually my next question. The innovation MammoGRIP. What specific problem does your innovation aim to solve? How did you identify the need for MammoGRIP? How does that innovation of MammoGRIP currently improve the current approach? Just if you could explain to those viewers.
Yeah, but before, I want to honor the person behind, the developed MammoGRIP. I helped a lot as an innovator, but the one that created the concept MammoGRIP is a radiologist technician. I mean, called Nancy DiRoberto. So that was the pivotal moment, when I learned about what she was doing. She was pursuing during 20 years. She's from New York. She was pursuing, a way to improve the images. So she was trying so many different ways, to improve the technique. So Nancy's tiredness, dedication to reducing discomfort and improving the accuracy of mammography, led to this early conceptual development of what we know now as MammoGRIP. So I always want to tell this story because she's the reason for the whole thing. And of course, from there, when we met this vision, from there, Bioflex USA took the concept forward, leading the medical strategy, increasing global awareness, securing regulatory approvals in major international markets. But we built up on Nancy's groundwork. So that's very important to be said. But specifically regarding, what we aim to solve with this technology, we can say the MammoGRIP was designed to address two key issues in breast cancer screening: the discomfort, because we know many women endure during mammography those bad moments, and the limitations as well. In current imaging techniques, we know, for example, the critical areas, for example, the proximal third, is very poorly visualized, in regular mammographies, and MammoGRIP is able to fix this. Just to give a quick idea about how it works, it's all about pressure over the breast. So when the blades of the mammography, compress the breast, normally you have this sort of thing happening, and that's why it's so uncomfortable, because this area is very sensitive, right? And at the same time, you skip this area. That's the most important area in terms of development of tumors, where 70% of the tumors are developed. So when we fix this with MammoGRIP, you not only release the pressure over the sensitive area, but we increase the acquisition of breast tissue in the most important area. So that's why I'm so excited about the results of MammoGRIP. So when we know that by improving the comfort of the procedure, we encourage more women to participate in regular screenings. That's fundamental. We know that stages 1 and 2, when detected, represent 99% of cure. So, and additionally, MammoGRIP increased, as I said, breast tissue acquisition in up to 30%. It's incredible.
Yes.
And because you stabilize, the image, you have a clearer and more accurate diagnosis. It's important to say, in conjunction with MammoGRIP, we are launching what we call MammoGRIP. It's a digital platform that fosters direct interactions between patients and specialized healthcare professionals, creating supportive community for women seeking encouragement and information about breast cancer prevention and treatment. So I think that these two technologies combined are going to make a lot of difference.
Yeah, fantastic. And we can totally see, you've just outlined sort of the impact and the outcomes as well. I mean, a particular question here, like what impact do you envision, your innovation having on communities, but also on global health? Because I think what you're trying to, certainly MammoGRIP is a solution that's a global solution and can be adopted by a lower middle income country. And then also just the final thing, like how would you measure the success or effectiveness of your innovation? You've given a little bit of an insight, but it'd be great to understand what you would see as success.
All right. So it's in the first place, MammoGRIP has the potential to, as I said, to drastically improve breast cancer outcomes by increase the number of women who undergo regular screenings, and improve the quality of those screenings. Of course, you also have a beneficial result by making mammographies more comfortable. and improving clearer imaging, we expect more early stage cancers to be detected. Significantly reducing this case, the mortality rate, of course, from breast cancer globally. And that's why, I have this vision that we are going to change this reality. It's alarming. We have almost 3 million new cases of breast cancer every single day in the whole world. And additionally, we see this innovation make a substantial impact in underserved regions, because where access to advanced healthcare technologies now is very limited sometimes. So with MammoGRIP, we are providing something that we consider very simple, cost-effective, definitely is a cost-effective solution, and that can be adopted, by healthcare systems worldwide. In the long term, this could mean earlier diagnosis, fewer invasive procedures, and ultimately, improved, of course, survival rates for women everywhere. And looking ahead, it's important to say, because we are developing this right now, we are excited to leverage some partnerships. For example, this technology, we are working with Elitech USA, advanced model AI and big data analysis to further enhance the image capabilities of MammoGRIP. So we are exploring ways to integrate predictive analysis to the image that we have, which could open doors to even earlier detection through non-invasive methods, transforming definitely, the breast cancer diagnosis and care in the future. We also have a partnership with a company that holds a license, a technology to detect chemical and VOCs in the breath. So we are working with them in order to develop in the future a cancer market in the breath. So yeah, we have a lot of things, in the next future.
Yeah, so this is really great. You're giving us a great insight into the future plans, and that's going to be one of my future questions as well. I'm going to ask you about future plans, sustainability, partnerships, collaboration. But I wanted to ask you, because this is one of the real nuggets for all these, budding innovators out there, people who want to be inspired by your work, your challenges and learning experiences. So what are some of the biggest challenges you faced while developing MammoGRIP, and how have you overcome them? And what lessons can you share with people who are aspiring innovators out there, clinical colleagues, those who would like to get involved and do something similar? Please share some inspiration.
One of the biggest challenges we faced was navigating the regulatory landscape, for sure, to ensure that MammoGRIP met the necessary standards for safety and effectiveness. So that's something that's always complicated. The approval process, as you know, can be lengthy and complex, requiring, extensive clinical data and documentation. So we have to have a team that's very, well trained in this process. We addressed this challenge, by assembling this dedicated team with expertise in regulatory affairs and clinical trials. It allowed us to streamline the process and stay ahead of timelines, because we want to have this global launch, happening almost everywhere together. And regulatory communication regarding still regulatory process with regulatory bodies helped us understand, their expectations and requirements, because they are different between them. To get a CE mark, to achieve, the FDA, ANVISA in Brazil. There are some peculiarities and particularities, that differ them completely. And another significant, challenge that was educating healthcare providers and patients about the benefits of MammoGRIP. We launched, an awareness campaign that included educational materials, workshops, and partnerships with breast cancer advocacy groups to spread the word about the product. That was very important. I believe that this grassroots approach has been vital in fostering trust and encouraging adoption among both providers and patients. And on top of this, we have MammoGRIP that I believe is going to facilitate this communication, this access.
Brilliant. And this leads us in. So we're now onto the sustainability and sort of future plans of MammoGRIP. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like, and what's the plan to scale the innovation?
MammoGRIP in the first place, MammoGRIP aligns with several sustainable development goals, particularly good health and well-being. We are very concerned about health equity that's giving access and makes things more affordable. So we believe that by improving access to effective breast cancer screening, we contribute to early detection and treatment of cancer. Ultimately, of course, you're going to be enhancing health outcomes for women globally. So that's why you have this global approach. And MammoGRIP is a biodegradable product. It was designed, to be to have this environmental sustainability, as a future as well. So we aim to minimize waste and environmental impact with the healthcare sector. Furthermore, again, speaking about MammoGRIP, I'm very excited about this side project. This MammoGRIP platform promotes health education and awareness, empowering women to take charge of their health and make informed decisions about screenings and preventive care. And again, I think this aligns with the goal of ensuring health lives and promoting well-being for all. In the next 5 years, consider everything that I said, we plan to expand the availability of MammoGRIP globally, consider all these features that I said, focus on regions with limited access to quality breast cancer screening services. This will involve strategic partnership with healthcare providers, government agencies, NGOs, to ensure that MammoGRIP is really integrated into the existing healthcare system. That's very important. And our goal is to establish MammoGRIP as standard care in breast cancer screening worldwide. So we are working to insert MammoGRIP into some national protocols. We have a partnership with the government in Brazil that's going to take place this year to really get MammoGRIP into this national program of breast cancer screening. Additionally, we aim to enhance our digital platform, MammoGRIP, in order to facilitate real-time communication between patients and healthcare providers, the way I said, and incorporating advanced data analysis and AI-driven insights. We hope to offer personalized care and support for women navigating through this breast, I would say, health journey.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's really in tune, like the SDGs, 17 development, in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals is fantastic. SDG 3, of course. And also, our mandate, very much aligned, giving people the tools to manage their own health and well-being. We're right on track there. This leads me on to, I have two final questions. Firstly, collaboration and partnerships. How important is it to have partnerships? And how important has that been in the innovations development? Is there any key collaborators you'd like to mention? You mentioned Nancy earlier. What's the role, do you think, of cross-sector collaboration, like with World Health Innovation Summit, for example? We're trying to bring the patients, the clinicians, the managers, voluntary sector, education, business community, investors, all together so that we can work together and solve these big challenges. It'd be great to get an insight into what you think is going to drive that innovation.
Yeah, it's important because that's our day by day, process as well. Amid the development, amid the marketing, amid the regulatory process. That's something that is fundamental. Partnerships have been integral to the development of MammoGRIP. collaborating with industry leaders, healthcare professionals, and patient advocacy organizations, for example, has allowed us to refine our innovation and ensure it meets the needs of patients and providers alike. Key collaborators include breast cancer surgeons, radiologists who provided invaluable feedback during the development process, and even nowadays, as well as organizations that focus on breast cancer advocacy and education, ensuring that our solution aligns with the goals of improving health care and awareness. So that was a very important part of this process of creating relationships. Our partnerships have not only enriched, I would say, the product development per se, but have also facilitated our entry into new markets. It allowed us, to share the benefits of MammoGRIP with a broader audience for sure. We are right now discussing some actions in the GCC area in the Middle East, and this interaction with the university out there, and the government and some local specialists definitely worked in favor of this situation. So this alliance have proven crucial in addressing this multifaceted challenges that we face every single day within this healthcare landscape that we know that's very complex.
Yeah. And we all need to work together like that. And I think we need, collaboration with commitment. It's very much about that partnership. You've got to get people working on the same alignment, the values driven. I have a couple of final questions. So.
And I would like to add, that's not only I was in this my explanation. I was very focused on what's directly related to what we do, but the cross-sector collaboration is also important. And you mentioned this, and it's essential because for driving meaningful, innovation in healthcare, I believe that bringing together expertise from various fields, such as technology, healthcare, academia, public health, definitely it can lead to a more, I would say, holistic solution and to address complex challenges that we spoke earlier. So by working across sectors, now I have to say that we definitely leveraged diverse perspectives. That was very, very important. Diverse resources. So investors as well made a big contribution, networks, and ultimately, we could definitely accelerate the pace of this innovation and improve the outcomes because these relationships and collaboration. This collaboration also fosters, I would say, a culture of shared learning. I would say, where organizations can learn from each other, successes and failures, and this collaborative, spirit can help break down silos, streamline process, and foster the creativity needed to tackle pressing health issues. So I'm very glad that I had on my side all this support from so many different kind of people and industry, I would say.
Yeah, and that's really what we have to get. We have to break the silos. Research that is going on in the US can be, we can springboard that to India, Africa, around the world. We can collaborate with our UK colleagues. You need to have that knowledge transfer, and the sharing of information is critical so that we find the solutions. My final sort of question to you is, do you have any advice to aspiring innovators? What advice would you give someone starting in the field of health innovation? How can young innovators stay resilient? This is very important, and motivated during the ups and downs of their journey. That's a critical part of health innovation.
Yeah. Well, my advice, for aspiring innovators is to remain curious in the first place and open-minded. That's very important. Stay informed about the latest trends and developments in healthcare and technology, as these fields are constantly evolving. What's true today, was not maybe yesterday, so we need to be on top of this. Listen to the voice of patients and healthcare providers. Their needs and experience will guide you for sure, and you guide your innovation efforts and help you to create meaningful solutions, something that is really, really useful and practical. Do not be afraid to take risks and learn from failures. That's important. Innovation often involves trial and error, so that's normal. And each setback can provide valuable lessons, that at the end of the day, will strengthen your approach for sure. Building a strong support network of mentors and peers can also provide guidance and encouragement as you navigate your journey for sure. What else? I think finally, stay focused on your mission and the positive impact you wish to create. That's what motivates you. And the road may be challenging. It's going to be challenging, but the potential to improve life through your work, is worth the effort for sure.
Absolutely. It's about your passion, isn't it? You find your passion and then you go forward. And every point that you made there, finding the mentors, because it's a roller coaster. Healthcare is traditionally quite difficult. It's very risk averse. Health innovations can take, in excess of 15 years to be adopted. I think on average it's about 17. So you've got to be resilient. You've got to look after your own health and well-being. I just have one final thing to say. I'm delighted that you joined us, Dr. Andre. It's been a pleasure to learn more about the work you've been doing with MammoGRIP. Where can people find out more information?
You can find more information on the website, bioflex.us.
Mm-hmm.
We are turning something accessible for anyone, this platform that I just introduced to you, MammoGRIP. So very soon it's going to be available worldwide. And we're going to have not only information about MammoGRIP per se, but information about breast cancer in every single stage of this process, about how to identify, how to go through screenings, what to do next in case you find a nodule, what are the most advanced available treatments. So anyway, we have everything available for general public. And at the same time, we're going to have specialists in the background, also available to interact with these people and help them, to have some sort of psychological support. That's very important nowadays.
Well, fantastic. Look, it's been a pleasure. We're going to wrap up. This is the end of our sort of season. We'll be back after Christmas with more of the Health Innovators Show. Thank you for joining us. And from myself and Dr. Andre, we will wish you all the very best for Christmas. And thanks for joining us.